Thursday's downtown is moving to an earlier date this summer. I'm KIMT News 3's Jessica Bringy with a look ahead to the fun the Rochester Downtown Alliance has in store.
And it certainly has been a sunny, warm day across the area on this Wednesday, but I'm tracking some changes as we go towards the end of the work week. Look at your 7-day forecast that's coming up.
Daylight saving time could be the new norm year-round. I'm KIMT News 3's Samantha Soto, live with how community members feel about the potential change.
KIMT News 3 First at 4 starts right now.
KIMT News 3, coverage you can count on. This is KIMT News 3's First at 4.
Good afternoon and thank you for joining us for KIMT News 3 First at 4. I'm Annalise Johnson in for Amy Fleming. As we get a taste of warmer weather, summer's on the brain, and today the Rochester Downtown Alliance is announcing Thursday's downtown will be kicking off the summer fun a little earlier this year. KIMT News 3's Jessica Bringy joins us now with what we can expect. Jessica.
Yeah, Annalise, this year Thursday's downtown is moving up its start date to June 16th and will run until August 18th. Vendors and businesses are being asked to apply right now if they're interested on getting in on the action. The RDA says 80% of a vendor's products must be handmade, and applications will be evaluated by a jury to be accepted into the food and artisan market. Speaking with Executive Director Holly Masick, she tells me the event was originally scheduled for 8 weeks this year, but 2 additional dates were added to accommodate local vendors.
We did look at doing an 8-week season this year and then heard a little bit more feedback that, we thought we'd be well out of COVID at this point, and it feels like we're having our second recovery and people need a couple extra dates just to have that boost.
Vendor applications are due by April 25th and must be submitted through the RDA. Annalise.
Thank you, Jessica. The RDA says COVID precautions will be based on state and Olmsted County public health guidance at the time of the event. KIMT Storm Team 3 meteorologist Aaron White joining me now. Aaron, beautiful day outside. I didn't even have to wear a coat.
Yeah, exactly. It's been beautiful. We had nice temperatures up in the 60s. Went for a walk today. It was amazing out there, honestly, and I really didn't want to come inside, but kind of have to at some point. And if you are thinking about enjoying some of the nice weather today, I think grilling would be a great thing to do this evening. Temperatures right now are in the 60s, and it's going to stay lovely as we go through this evening. We will start to see a little bit more cloud cover coming in, but temperature-wise, still pretty good. 62 degrees at 5 o'clock, and then we start to drop back down into the upper 50s by around 7 p.m. But I think it's going to be a pretty nice evening overall if you want to do some grilling on the patio. Temperatures right now still into the 60s. We even have 69 degrees right now in Mason City, and Northwood might reach that 70-degree mark still this afternoon. 67 in New Hampton. We got 64 in Austin, 63 in Rochester, even up to 70 right now in La Crosse. But you look back to the north and west, we already got that cooler air starting to make its way in, and that is a sign of things to come as we go into your Thursday. So right now, as we take a live look over downtown Rochester, got a bit of sunshine still, but you can see the clouds starting to roll in from the west, and that trend will continue. 63 right now, west wind at 14 miles per hour, and in downtown Mason City, lovely out there. 69 degrees, a little breezy, southwest wind at 17 miles per hour. So enjoy it for right now because it is going to get a bit colder as we go into your Thursday. High around 49 degrees, and I am tracking the chance for some rain or snow showers by Friday. We talk about that here in about 10 minutes.
New research from Mayo Clinic shows diseases and negative aspects of aging could be targeted by a new drug. The study shows progress in areas like Alzheimer's disease, kidney disease, or diabetes. That's according to researchers. The removal of a specific cell significantly boosts the production of a protective protein called aclotho. Doctors say the protein is important in maintaining good health, but we lose it with age. However, this new oral medication known as senolytic drugs, which are being tested in mice and human studies, could increase aclotho.
These are not just diseases of the elderly. We're talking about aging occurs throughout life. And if there are ways that we could safely target these processes, we might be able to help a lot of conditions.
Mayo Clinic says these senolytics aren't quite ready for patients yet. It will be at least 2 to 3 years before clinical trials yield definitive results. New at 4, the Senate unanimously approved a measure yesterday that would make daylight saving time permanent across the United States next year. If it becomes a law, it could have a huge impact on all of us. KIMT News 3's Samantha Soto joining us live. Samantha, what do Med City residents think of this?
Annalise, yes, I'm here downtown Rochester, and I spoke to some people here in the Med City earlier today who are all for the year-round daylight saving time. However, some people that are early risers in the morning are afraid, though, of losing more daylight. The bipartisan bill named the Sunshine Protection Act would ensure Americans would no longer have to change their clocks twice a year. But the bill still needs approval from the House and the signature of President Biden to become law. Rochester resident Leroy Wood drives a school bus. He says if this were to pass, his biggest challenge is dark mornings in the wintertime.
We're 3/4 of the way through our routes before that actually starts to get light, and see everybody to make sure that the kids aren't running out in front of you or something like that. It's kind of a concern when it's dark.
Others I spoke to are on board with the potential change. About a week ago, the House Energy and Commerce Committee held a hearing about the bill. The proposal will now go to the House for a vote. Live in Rochester, Samantha Soto, KIMT News 3.
Thank you, Samantha. Nearly a dozen states across the U.S. have already voted to standardize daylight saving time. A 15-year-old is hospitalized last night after a dirt bike crash when an attempted jump went awry. The Olmsted County Sheriff's Office says it happened just after 6 p.m. at Cemetery Street Northeast and 5th Street Northeast in Orinoco. Deputies say the boy was trying to go down a ditch and jump over the street when he hit a bump and flew over the handlebars. The boy, who was wearing a helmet, suffered what authorities say are serious injuries to his face. New at 4, a second man is sentenced over a Rochester shooting. 31-year-old Devorin Broussard of Coon Rapids has been ordered to spend 5 years on supervised probation and to either pay a $1,000 fine or do 100 hours of community work service. Broussard pleaded guilty to threats of violence over an incident in March of 2020 where someone was shot in the leg. Rochester police say the gunfire in the 600 block of Circle Street Southwest followed an argument. Deshaun Pittman Winona previously pleaded guilty in this incident to possession of a firearm after being convicted of a crime of violence. He was sentenced to 5 years in prison with credit for 110 days already served. Coming up, new ways to keep your kids safe on Instagram. We'll tell you about the tools the company introduced today. And coming up later on in the newscast, gas theft is becoming more common across the country. KIMT News 3's Alex Jerkins looks into how the issue is affecting our area.
Ukraine's president makes a direct plea to the U.S. for more help to defend his country. I'm Natalie Brand with President Biden's response, plus the military assistance the White House is sending.
KIMT News 3, first at 4. Your local news with KIMT News 3's Amy Fleming. Tracking storms with Storm Team 3 Chief Meteorologist Aaron White. This is KIMT News 3. More local news that is happening right now. We are coverage you can count on.